Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Super Mario Galaxy Part 16, I want to say. I think it's Part 16. Fellas, welcome back. In the last episode, I can't remember fully everything we did, but we started on Dusty Dune Galaxy, I can certainly tell you that, and boy, is it quite the sandy ordeal. I really like this galaxy, honestly. I think it's definitely like, okay, so I want to clarify this ahead of time. I think desert levels can actually be pretty fun in Mario games, but I think that the way that they're utilized in the Galaxy games are a just particular breed of fun, in my opinion. Not that I really think, it's like bad in other Mario games, because it's really not. Hey, would you believe me if I told you I don't actually know what we're doing here? I want that. I don't want that anymore. Oh, no. What I want that. Couldn't have it. That's so unfortunate for me. But I will have that. Fellas, hope you all are doing well. If you guys remember, the last two episodes, I've been spending a lot of time talking about the happenings of the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct that took place on April 2nd. Obviously, I assume if you guys are watching this, a lot of you are probably Nintendo fans. That I feel like that's a likelihood, not a guarantee necessarily, but I do feel as if it is at the very least a likelihood, right? Let's get you. But yeah, I was obviously I spent a lot of the first episode talking about the big controversies, the Switch 2 situation is insane. Sorry, I have to play into the the drama channel meme. This is a sticky situation to be in. Where is this last one? Can you actually wall jump? Oh, you can't. Oh, the timing feels more specific for some reason when you're on a shell. That's very strange. Okay, I think I know exactly where this last one is, and I'm gonna go ahead and get it. That was the sickest thing I've ever done in my life. Okay, hold on. All right, pal. All right, man. But yeah, I spent a lot of the first episode talking about the big controversy that the Switch 2 is centered around, and I spent the last episode talking more about the things that I am positively happy about. The things that I am truly, raving and feeling awfully riveting over, which is mainly Mario Kart World, okay? And I probably, honest to God, still have some stuff that I'd like to comment on regarding Mario Kart World. Why is that so weird? There's got to be a way that you got to do that I'm like just doing a jank way, right? Like that. I really feel like there has to be some like legitimate way to do that doesn't involve whatever I was doing. But fellas, I want to take a little bit of an opportunity this episode. Again, I have more that I want to say about Mario Kart World, and I might do that in future episodes, but I want to take a little bit of an opportunity to tell you guys about the other huge game that got mentioned. Now, I did mention maybe in part 14 that there's actually three, there was three kind of big first-party games in my eyes that got announced that I thought were pretty significant, two of which really got my attention. However, that third one might actually especially get my attention. By the way, don't worry about the throat clear. I'm fine. Just got a little phlegm in my throat. I'm not feeling sick. Don't worry, guys. I'm okay. Oh, right. You have to do doink. That was a horrible angle. There we go. But yeah, the big one that I want to talk about today was the announcement of Donkey Kong Bonanza. Oh my God, guys. Listen, I also just gotta say, this game getting announced not long after coming off of the DK64 Let's Play, it's just crazy work. Crazy timing, crazy work, crazy everything, right? So for those of you who did not see it, oh, I forgot how awkward this is. For those of you who did not see it, Donkey Kong Bonanza got announced as the last game of the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. This is basically a brand new Donkey Kong game, but more significantly, and I really want to make this known, this is the first 3D Donkey Kong game that we have gotten. Ooh, let's do this. This is the first 3D Donkey Kong game we've gotten since Donkey Kong 64. No, I am not making this up. I am pretty positively not gotten a full-fledged 3D Donkey Kong game that has actually released properly since Donkey Kong 64. So this is actually quite significant, fellas. And it seems like they have ripped a page straight out of Mario Odyssey's book, because holy crap does this just look like Donkey Kong's equivalent of Mario Odyssey. And I absolutely am in love with it. I'm absolutely in love with it, and I really am happy to see them kind of take on this format. They're also utilizing a lot of that redesigned DK that we saw from the original trailers of Mario Kart World that everyone was freaking out about. But I feel like a lot of the same people that were freaking out about it, they really came around to it when seeing Donkey Kong Bonanza using it. And I think a lot of the... Guess we're staying here. Okay, there's 3 stars here. I don't remember where the secret star is. I don't know where the green star is. Good God. All right. Well, we may have to come back to that at a later point. I mean, we'll probably do this in the secret star today, but, you know, definitely was not on my radar. I thought today was going to be the big bad boss day, fellas. I thought today was going to be the day we do the big bad boss, but it appears as if that is not the case, and that is okay. What can you do, right? We got to do a speedrun comment. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like, to me, seeing Donkey Kong Bonanza in action, it looks incredible. I feel like, again, another big thing worth mentioning regarding how Donkey Kong Bonanza seems to work mechanically, dude, it's like, can I just have the cooldown on the shake not be painful? Donkey Kong Bonanza seems to be taking an approach where the entire environment is destructible, which I think is quite the move, okay? I think it's quite the move, and for someone who likes physics-based terrain simulation like myself, I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is just going to be a slew of just satisfying gameplay for me, okay? I think it's going to be just a slew of satisfying gameplay, and God, am I here for it, man. It is genuinely, in my opinion, going to be extremely exciting. It's going to be an extremely exciting game to play. There was also some leaked information regarding a certain character's appearance that I feel like they were trying to keep secret and might show up later in the game. Ooh, I want that. Hey, I want that. I want that. Thank you. But yeah, there was a certain character's appearance that I really feel like they were trying... hey, I want that. Hey, I want that. Hey, I want that. You're right there. You could do it, man. Okay, yeah. There was a certain character's appearance that I really think they were trying to keep secret, but the Korean Nintendo website, they leaked a certain banner art, and yeah, kind of spoiled a bit of the surprise. I won't talk about it in this because, you know, again, ultimately, I'm here more or less to just talk about the fun information, not to spoil you guys of the game, which comes out, I believe, July... God, what did it say? July 17th? I don't even remember. July something. It's not a launch title for the Switch 2, but it is coming out a month after the Switch 2, which honestly makes me just think it should have been a launch title. I don't know, man. I feel like it was very, very strange to me that they didn't just make this. All right, man. And I'm gonna have to restart the whole, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart the whole thing. That's, Oh, that's a spicy meet the ball. But yeah, I really think so far the game looks incredible. Also, when it came to that whole theory of, wow, this really looks like Odyssey. This looks like Donkey Kong's version of Mario Odyssey. People did end up figuring out that the team who made this is very likely the team who made Odyssey. Also partially the same team that made Galaxy. Kind of ties into what we're doing. So that's really cool. I don't know. I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is genuinely going to be extremely hype. I would love to see more about the game. I mean, there was obviously a lot that was talked about in the Treehouse with it. I was very vigorously watching the Treehouse event because the Treehouse event really, really sold that game for me. See, whereas I think, honestly, here's the thing about the Treehouse event. The Treehouse event itself was very, very fun. Obviously, I think a lot of people, when they're talking about the Treehouse event right now, it's not being talked about in the most positive light. And it's mostly just because of the whole drop the price thing, you know, everything that was going on with that, which is understandable. I want to make this very clear. I don't want to make it seem like that wasn't an understandable thing to do because, yeah, I don't think the console price itself, like I said, I talked about this in part 14, but I don't think the console price itself needs to be dropped. I think the game prices need to be dropped. Okay. Okay. Donkey Kong Bonanza, I don't know if I talked about this. Donkey Kong Bonanza is being priced at $70, which makes me assume that, and this is honestly the more optimistic theory that I have regarding Nintendo's pricing stuff. My theory is that they're going to make Mario Kart World's $80 sort of shtick a one-off sort of deal like they did with Tears of the Kingdom, and then make everything else kind of priced at 70, right? That is my general theory. Now, do I still think that's good if that's what they're doing? No. I want to make that abundantly clear. I still think it's bad because the problem, and a lot of people will talk about this, it is one thing for Nintendo to be setting their price at $80. It is one thing for them to be doing that, even if it's a one-off deal. The problem is that the video game industry will very likely see something like that, and the first thing they will think is, wow, if Nintendo can do well selling their game, you know, if they could do well selling Mario Kart World for $80, then surely, right? Did I? Oh, okay, this is already... Wait. Oh, wait a minute. They really cut you a little closer for time on this speedrun. I'll say that. But yeah, what I feel like is going to happen is that even if Nintendo prices, you know, Mario Kart World as a one-off thing at $80, the problem is companies are going to see that, ask themselves, hey, is our game better than Mario Kart World? Obviously, a lot of the times they're probably going to want to say yes, and then just put their game at $80. The problem is it's setting a standard for the industry, and I think that's a lot of the reason people are really upset. It's not so much the thing that Nintendo is setting their price at $80. Yes, rightfully so, people are upset about that, but I think the bigger picture here is that it's going to set a standard for the industry and make them think it's okay to put your games at $80. If Nintendo could get away with it, you know, why can't we? Right? That sort of stuff. Now, moving away from that a little bit, again, Donkey Kong Bonanza is being priced at $70, which I think is reasonable. I think it's a lot more reasonable. Obviously, would I prefer 60? Yes. Are we gonna get 60? No. No. I think 70 is going to be the standard for this console gen. I think it's going to be the standard. And I don't think Mario Kart World's 80 is going to be the standard. Now, I don't want to sit here and say for sure that that's going to be the case, but I really don't think it's going to be the standard. So, where exactly could this secret star have lied? Wait, I want that. Hey, I actually got it this time. Believe it or not. fellas. I got it this time. Is there? Okay, no. I thought there was like some secret there that I didn't know about. But, you know. So, Donkey Kong Bonanza genuinely looks incredible. Something I also wanted to touch on as well that I feel as if is pretty important is a lot of what Nintendo was pointing out regarding the usage of mouse controls. So for those who don't know, there was a leaked thing that was said regarding how the Nintendo Switch 2 is functionally going to work, that there's going to be a brand new gimmick in town, which is going to be the mouse mode on the Switch 2, where you can use your Joy-Con on a flat surface. They have apparently also supposedly said that it will work pretty okay on pant legs. So if you don't have a tabletop thing ahead of you, you could probably use it on your leg. I feel weirdly doubtful of that. I'm not going to lie to you. First try on that time? Just saying, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I feel like if they're able to make it work in such a way where you can do it pretty good on the pant leg, I can't complain, honestly. I really can't complain. Why do they place you right next to it? Is there like anything here? Wait. Yeah, I think you have to like... Okay, you give a 1-up. Doink. Okay, I want to look around here, see if... I don't see... I hear a noise, though. That is for sure. Hey, can you pop out? Can you... I don't remember how to make you pop out. Oh, wait. I know exactly how to do it. Hold up. Hold up. Doink. Sick. I don't see anything. Wait a minute. What is this? Does this give you... Frick. No. No. Oh, is this where it is? Hold on. Wait a minute. Guys, would you believe me if I told you I didn't know where this secret star is, and I think we're figuring it out? So, yeah, I really do think, so far, with mouse mode stuff, the mouse mode looks like it actually works quite well. One of the biggest games that they used that is going to be trying to utilize the mouse mode is a game called Drag and Drive. This seems to be a new IP that Nintendo is making, kind of in the same vein as ARMS. And Drag and Drive, bless their heart, Drag and Drive looks very interesting. The reason I think it looks very interesting, I gotta figure out where I'm going with this. Dude, I'm like on autopilot right now. Hold on. Bro, can you guys, like... Sick bounce. Can I do this? I feel like this isn't how you're supposed to do this. I feel like there is a different way to do this entirely. Can you... You are able to hit that. Then, in that case, I would like to hit that. Ah, you have to lower it. It all makes sense now. Hold up. Ah! Okay, come down here. Wait, what? But now the... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Then how do you... Whoa, wait a minute. Do you have to get it to follow you? Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm understanding the vision. The vision is starting to make sense. No. Not there. You piece. You stink. Very bad. Hold up. I think I can get this. But yeah, Drag and Drop is... or Drag and Drive is very weird because it's essentially... So, it is... It's wheelchair basketball, which I believe is an actual sport that people do where it's more of a handicapped sort of wheelchair sort of shtick, right? Guys. Let's just, okay. Can they? I don't think they're gonna let me do it. Wait. Oh, cheesing the system. Let's go. Let's go. I don't think this is how they intend you to do that, but that's exactly how we're doing it. Look at that. That's the star. And now I gotta get up there. You know what? I'm gonna do it the jank way, but yeah. So I don't know. Drag and drive looks really weird though, because it's essentially, you're not, and this is the criticism that I have of it. I think it looks like a good game, but if its purpose is to utilize the mouse controls, it's only doing that out of a technicality, it feels like. What the frick is happening, bro? I'm just gonna do this. It's only doing it out of a technicality because they're having you on a flat surface do wheelchair motions, which is fine. It's like a general Nintendo motion control, but I don't feel like that's the best way to really sell mouse controls to people. The best way to sell mouse controls is maybe by doing something with an FPS that allows you to whip around 180 degrees, lickety-split, just like that, right? That is the best way to utilize mouse controls, and they managed to do that a lot better, in my opinion, with showing off mouse controls in Metroid Prime 4. That genuinely looked amazing. The mouse controls actually look extremely accurate, and all around just look like they're going to be a very, very good sort of ordeal. So I am very confident in the mouse mode abilities on the Switch 2, but I do think that trying to make drag and drive the way to really show off mouse controls, it's not working. Right, it's just plain and simple not working. And but I will definitely look into that game. The game looks interesting. I just think if it is going to be your showcase of mouse mode, I think it's a weird one. I think it's definitely a weird one. A little bit bare bones of a game. Doesn't have as much personality as like ARMS or anything. So I'm kind of like, don't know. But only time will tell. We will see. Anyways, fellas, that's going to do it for part 16, I believe, of Super Mario Galaxy. Very sandy today. Very sandy. In the next episode, I think we're going to try and tackle the green star that's over in Dusty Dune Galaxy, and then we might finally get around to doing the boss for the bedroom, and if we have time, we might even do the Hungry Luma for the bedroom. So only time will tell. We will see what will happen. But anyways, fellas, that's going to do it for this episode of Super Mario Galaxy. Fellas, if you enjoyed this video, maybe like, comment, subscribe. I don't know. It's your life. Do what you want. I don't really care. And I will see you, fellas, in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.